What is up, folks? Friday night, 7:30. You know what that means. It's the Panhandle Fishing Report.
That's right.
Let's
Welcome
get
back.
it.
I'm glad y'all are here. It's going to be a good night on
Yeah,
Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. We should be on now, so let's get this streamed over.
Yep, we are live. I got it here. I'm going to get my my shareage going here. Oh, if I can even do it. It's going all the way from there.
Go.
Jacob, what's up, buddy? Tony, how you doing? Oh, Jacob again.
Let's go,
Christmas,
Mr.
bud.
Tony.
Tony, good evening. Merry Christmas to you. Jack, hello, good sir. Good evening from the other side of the house.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, you got that going. You got it shared?
I'm
trying here.
I'm trying. For some reason, mine's being kind of stupid tonight.
Yeah.
Normally, I'm like the technically fast one. Oh, Jacob's already got us covered.
All right, Jacob, you got us on Panhandle Surf Fishing. Awesome, buddy. Thank you.
Let's see here if I need.
All right. I'll just go back to the stream then. All right.
Well, fine.
Here we go.
You just do that.
Appreciate everybody joining in tonight. It is Christmas Eve. So everybody, we'll talk over some Christmas Eve traditions maybe you guys have. If you guys want to throw us some of the comments.
Ooh.
I've already started mine. So it's a little sip keeps me warm and enables me to stay up a little bit later to take care of Thunder will be getting cold.
Thunder. Poor guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Good stuff.
Covered. All right, cool. I can finally put this down now.
Awesome. All right. Well, if you guys remember from last week, we won't be a little proper 12 tonight with some ginger ale. Giving the old Irish whiskey a try.
You went to the proper? Really? You went to the UFC, huh?
That's right. Figure. Was it Conor McGregor?
Yep,
McGregor. I figure if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me.
Hey, he's a smart money man. I'll give him that all day.
Yeah.
So are you doing? Was that with ginger? Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Ah, so it's like Jameson and ginger, just as good.
Exactly. Yeah.
The happy Irish. I love that.
Ginger's the preferred mixer around here if it's not straight. So
yeah, I get that.
So yeah, if you guys remember from last week, we're not going to have any captains on tonight. It's just going to be Brian and I talking fishing and what we've been getting into this week and what we hope to get into next week. Hopefully Santa Claus, what's Tony say?
We're open presents from family on Christmas Eve, and I'm jelly of a gift my father-in-law got and the headlamp. Oh,
that's right.
So, that thing was bright. Tony, what was the name for that? I mean, if you want, drop. Well, you'd have to leave the live cast to drop the link, but I remember you mentioned it. What's the name of that one? It was a pretty good picture you sent us. That was pretty bright.
The other question I have, is it rechargeable? I didn't click the link to see when he sent it out. Does it take batteries or is it rechargeable?
Yeah.
Because the two I got, I love them.
Chris.
Demo finally wearing a hat.
Dude, I could not find a friggin' Santa hat anywhere today, and I tried. I actually tried. Oh man, it was one of them days. But whatever.
Yeah, we went recharges. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we drove around all over the place and couldn't find one yesterday, and I didn't even bother going out today. I'm stuck around the house.
I had to. It's the guy and dad tradition. It's the 24th. You got to go buy something.
Finished up my Christmas shopping.
There you go. Light bar sport on Amazon. All right. Nice. So the only question I really have, because mine finally gave out. The one that you have, we all have.
Oh, really?
Justin, yes, but I think mine was a faulty one anyway. Because right after I got it, I'd broken it once and I'd already repaired it. So. Gotcha. I don't know if it's the batteries or what. And I like, that light beam is a great concentrated beam when you're doing the reel in. And Tony's got that wide one, which I really like that idea because it's going to give you that whole field of view. So when we're looking right, looking left at the lines, at least we're going to be able to see. You'll probably be able to see better for all the lines on the remaining rods. So I really like how that one looked out.
And really for filming at night too. because I know, you know, on my shark videos and things like that, having all the multiple lights and then the headlamp going, but when you got something that puts out a broader beam like that, it may be a little bit better.
Yep.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Burford. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Mark. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Mark Burford with Over the Bar Rods.
Yep. Florida surf anglers.
Florida surf anglers. That's right. Getting out there. So, did you get out and do any fishing this week?
I did, and I got to
Nice.
post a little bit there for those of you who saw it. I got my Ninja Tackle rods in for get the shirt, get the
There you go.
on this week. I got my Ninja Tackle rods in the mail. I had to go to the post office to get them because I know my postman real well. He's a good dude, but I know he's never going to put a 7-foot tube in his truck. So I went and grabbed it and got a 12-foot and a 9-foot. Trying to move a little short on something else there, and it handled great.
Awesome.
So, but managed to catch me a two solid catfish.
Nice.
So I honored my promise to Jordan Gooding, G2, from our podcast, from our episode. I told you I would do it, and then Jacob and you, Mike, never let me, wouldn't let me forget it. So I cooked them up and I did it live. So if you all haven't seen that video, go back and check it out. It's on my Finding Demo Surf Fishing Panhandle on that page. And I got to say, catfish it's not bad. I would eat it again.
It's just, and I think you said it in your video too. It's a lot of work for a little bit of meat, but it's not bad. I mean, if you catch a nice size one, there was somebody made a post. I think it was on Pensacola Fishing Fanatics page, that he's caught his limit of sail cats every night this week. So get on out there around 3 Mile Bridge and grab them. Yeah. Demo is a stand-up guy. Honored his promise there.
Do what I say.
Eating a catfish.
Yeah. Much as it may hurt my pride or something bad like that. Ooh, Arrington fell asleep on the beach today while fishing. So many titles, thumbnails went through my head. And this is the fun part. I mean, I can only imagine, fishing with friends is one thing, but fishing with friends that are YouTubers together, oh man, that's you're always asking for it.
That's dangerous right there. You got to be on your guard. It's almost like falling asleep in the military. You definitely, it's bad because we love each other so much, and we will, we'll definitely take care of you.
There's definitely going to be some art on your face. I promise you that.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much all I got for fishing. I did lose something big. I'm about 99% sure it was a black drum, the way it handled, but unfortunately it'd been so long since I had been fishing and gone after something. I pulled the noob move. I tightened the drag. I should have did it way too early in the run. I let it go. It was doing great on the drag run, and finally just gave it a half a turn and good pull off. So hook was still attached, so I think I ripped its lip. But that was pretty much it for me.
Black drum have been they've been on fire this week.
They have.
We got a nice one. I know Justin got a nice one. I had something happen to me this week that has never happened to me before. I actually caught a black drum. I caught it on my shark rig that I had dropped, and I caught it on a huge chunk of mullet. Like it was almost a full mullet. I just cut like the last third off.
Yeah.
And that's what he hit on. Like I've never caught a big black drum on a big chunk of mullet like that.
I would have pegged a red for that. I mean, after talking with like oh my gosh. South Carolina
Rob Foster.
Rob had mentioned it on that one. But Rob had mentioned something else with he used mullet.
But more mullet steaks, like cutting it into, inch and a half wide steak and putting it on that way. But I've never caught it on just a huge chunk of mullet like that. I mean, I'm talking, the thing was that big.
Damn.
7-8 inches.
Well, Jeremy had mentioned that too, though, on my last episode with him. He said mullet is one of his best baits for getting out there and getting the monster fish.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe that might be something we need to start doing more here.
It definitely worked. What about you guys? Anybody else catch any large black drum on a huge cliff? Yeah.
Cliff got one with Justin.
Yep. They doubled up out there.
They did.
And then whiting. The whiting bite has been on fire.
Really?
Yeah, I've caught some really nice whiting on the runt rod up close.
Mm.
Little piece of shrimp, the sabiki hook, and just a little float. And man, they have been tearing it up. That's I had some friends in town, and they were out fishing on the beach for a while, and had been out there, in the morning and stuff, and they had fish bites, fish gum,
Mm.
all artificials that they were using, and then we showed up with that, just especially on the runt rod. Man, it is so, like, I don't care what you catch on that thing, it feels like a monster.
Yeah, and it looks
It's
great from down
amazing.
the beach too. Like
Oh yeah,
when
when
we
it's
fished
all
with
bent
Tony.
over.
Yep, because Tony had that recent one not too long ago that he hand lined in, but that was also another day he was catching a lot of whiting on there too. And every time it went, man, it was like
Yeah.
I wanted to run to him thinking it
Oh,
was going to
there we go.
be monster red or something, just because that bend.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I got
it's
something for that.
amazing.
Speaking of bend, I definitely have something I want to share tonight with that. I don't know. I
Okay.
don't. We obviously have no show notes tonight,
No,
but let's see here. Yep, that'll do. We get
we
to my
got
share screen here.
yeah, you send it whenever you want it to pop up. We'll put it up there.
There we go.
We did good on whiting, and then we did great on sharks this week. We had 3. Remember last week I said, those north wind nights, that's when I was going to head out, and sure
Yeah.
enough, we were actually packing up the last night that they were fishing on Tuesday night, and the one rod took off and started going, and my buddy's son Liam, he jumped on that one and started reeling it in, and that was a nice sandbar. And then no sooner we got that one in, disconnected or almost disconnected, and the other rod started going off. And so my buddy runs down there to catch that one,
Yeah.
and it was just what an amazing day. It was awesome, all before sundown too, so that was great.
Oh man,
Good
it's been
stuff.
it's been good watching. The the people have been really getting after some good ones lately, and it's been great.
Yeah,
I've been enjoying seeing many people's catches. I think it's not allowing me to share tonight. I see the
I,
window, but I
I
don't.
see it pop up. Here we go. I'll add it to the stream. Let me pull
Okay.
this down real quick. Get rid of that. Add to the stream.
Okay.
There we go.
So if none of you have seen this video yet, obviously it's on my podcast page. So Blake with Real 30A has
Mm.
another line of rods coming out. This is not his current set of rods that are on the market.
Did you ask him about that?
I did.
Did you? I thought about it. I thought those were the testing for his current rods, but he's got
Yep.
something
And
else
this
bigger coming
video,
out.
I was cringing the entire time watching this. Low
Oh yeah,
best man. Because okay, red drum,
yeah, right.
black drum, shark, whale, and then
Pompano.
pompano. Oh!
Yeah.
So 8 kilos.
So did you do the conversion? I didn't do the
I
conversion.
did, and I don't have it up, but we'll just
Okay.
make it easy here. £17 of force.
Okay. All right.
So 17 pounds of force is a pretty good amount of. I mean, that's a pretty good one. So
Yeah,
I'd like to see what else what else is in mind here, but seeing how
Yeah.
they tested, that was kind of cool to be like, because I've always wondered that.
Yeah.
I've always wondered, what is my break strength? Because I mean, really, am I going to pull it? But on the same note, when we catch black drum, you bring it up to the beach a little bit, you still got that weightlessness until you get it in the sand, and you're not really. I mean, you're going down to get the fish. All of us do.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody that's tried to drag a black drum up just because. Well,
No.
not a good idea.
No.
But the idea that at 17 pounds in the water, that is a big damn fish pulling 17 pounds.
Yeah.
And it really made me think about that differential when a fish is swimming.
Yeah.
Rob.
Rob.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
Merry Christmas, Rob.
Old Rogue Reels.
Thanks for joining in, buddy.
Good to see you. So the amount of force, weightlessness and all that, how much is really 17 pounds of power ripping at your line?
Yeah.
So that's going to be, I'm really interested to see what else he comes up with, but I was really glad he shared it because it really showed to me how they really test these things and come up with what pound of force would a 40-pound fish have. That's a great question.
I don't know. I don't even know how you would go about, because there's so many variants. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you were saying, the different buoyancy one when the fish is in the water when you're pulling. I mean, you're not pulling a straight 40 pounds coming in until it hits the shore, and then you're trying to pull it up the sand there.
right.
Which none of us do. We wait, we catch a I'll say none of us. A majority of folks will wait and catch a wave so that it helps bring that fish up to
Ooh,
shore, and then you walk down there, grab it, and bring it out. I mean, so it gives you that little bit of momentum there. What are you thinking?
all
You're
right.
just like, ooh,
Well, here we go. Hold on. Hold on.
what
Add me in,
what'd you do?
sir.
Go Google? All right.
Yes, I asked Gunny Google.
Oh, gunny Google.
All right, right there. So Archimedes Principle, running in that sample, a cubic foot of fresh water weighs approximately 62.4. Salt water weighs 64. Extra weight is because of the salt. All right, cool, great. That gives us that one. But here, negative buoyancy, it'll sink. However, buoyancy up 62. So if it weighed in the water, it would only weigh 0.6 pounds. So just over a half a pound if it was
What does
62.4.
a 62-pound fish only weighs
No, no.
point
So
0.4? Oh, what are we
think
talking about?
about, so with Archimedes principle, thinking like, all right, this much is how much this much weighs. To
Right.
float, you would have to be, you have to be a positive or negative buoyancy, right?
Okay,
Positive
right,
buoyancy,
right.
you're staying up. So negative buoyancy, it'll sink. So 62.4, if in the water it would weigh 0.6. So you're getting that differential. So if you're in
Okay.
those different numbers, like the
Mm-hmm.
64 pounds up here versus the cubic foot, that. So play that one in, I guess you could say negative buoyancy, force and matter, because a 6 pound pompano.
Don't work too hard. I'm starting to see the smoke.
I'm dumb. Yep. I mean, I'm on the right track. I
Yeah,
know I'm on the right track, but
I think so.
force like that, because the fish is heavier on land versus water. So that would be something definitely to look into more. And I'd be happy. Hey, I'm all about it. Now I'm gonna have to read this. It's gonna
Yeah,
haunt me all night. But I think that
yeah.
Archimedes principle is the right way to go with this. I think we lost viewers of
Okay.
my craziness. Mr. Varner, how you doing, buddy? Rob's one of the fellow full-time travelers that I traveled with for a while there. We're on the road. Merry Christmas to you as well.
Nice. Merry Christmas there, Rob. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. Let's jump into weather for next week.
Hmm.
Uh, we'll go here. So tomorrow, Christmas Day. That's why I love living in Florida. 77 degrees. Um, partly cloudy, a little south of west wind. Shouldn't be all that bad. 13% chance of rain. It'll be nice. 10 to 20. That won't be too bad. Sunday's looking good though. 78 degrees, a west southwest wind,
Hmm.
and it's light. Man, that'll be a good morning to get out and try out your new Christmas presents. Uh, for those of you that got fishing gear, that'll be or bought yourself fishing gear. I mean, that works too.
It
Um,
counts.
yeah, it counts. But that'll be Sunday will be a great day. Um, then we got Monday and Tuesday rolling in. Monday's not bad either. Another light wind day.
Tuesdays where it's going to start getting stupid.
Yeah, I know. I got a charter Tuesday too, so that's
But
gonna be a
I think Monday's going to help us out. Or that storm for Tuesday is going to help us out and give us some good wave action for Monday.
yeah. That I can see that the storm coming in. That'll kick some stuff. I should pull up Magic Seaweed, see what the prediction is. Yeah, and then it just gets stupid on Wednesday. High winds, and then that passes. Thursday's going to be nice. A light southwest wind,
Dirty
and
water.
then Friday another light southwest wind.
So Friday, our fish. So Friday, so after the storm, I'd say Fridays we're gonna probably have stained. That'd be my guess right off the
Yep,
bat. And then
yep,
Saturday we'll probably be back to nice and clear.
yeah.
So
It yeah, that would be my prediction as well. A lot of catfish, a lot of redfish.
mm, like me some reds. So
Yeah,
speaking of that, since we don't have show notes and talking of the run, I think we missed it, man.
I do too. And I looking back, I'm going to go with it was the week that we had that nasty weather in November.
Ooh.
And they just went right around us and kept right on going.
Because we couldn't get out. I'd buy that.
Now, I'd like to think that it's going to happen. We get a super late, and December's going to be great. But I think there's going to be some pompano caught, but I don't think it's going to be heavy. I mean, Justin got some pompano this week.
Yeah, you got 2 pompano yesterday, 13 and 13 and a half.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're being caught. They're out there. It's just, of course, we have residential pompano here all year long. So, I mean, it's the warm weather, the perfect conditions ends up bringing them in.
So remember, everybody, if you're going to go out there and fish, the structure game is going to be important right now. It's not like our normal springtime, summertime where you go over the back of the bar, hitting that far side. This is the time you got to get a little bit softer in your game. He caught his off a point, and he was on the cut of it. So one of my favorite things that's always been kind of in that one is if you're in a bowl, I like to go around the bowl because I know that they're going to start doing their little circle thing up and down, in and out. So if you can play the bowl a little bit, try to find those edges. Don't just drop it in the middle and expect the best. That's good redfish territory, sure, with a good cut, but give yourself those other options. Give yourself a little bit more with the sandbars there. Fleas, ooh, good question.
We raked this week, and like we get like maybe a handful, and they were big ones too. I mean, they were some big ones, but we didn't. I mean, they're not as plentiful as they should be.
Went deep.
Of course, it is. Yeah, of course, it is getting colder. Going into that winter, we won't probably see them in big numbers again until about March.
Mark, you sent me a text. I'll have to read it after. Unfortunately, it's on that phone. I know Mark just sent me a share for a YouTube. I'll have to take a look at it.
Okay.
I bet it's money. It's probably related to exactly the same thing we're talking about.
Yeah. He shared out, Mark. If you guys don't follow it on what is their group down there? It's not Pompano Pros, but it's one of the other ones.
Pomp Pros is one.
I can't remember.
Florida Surf Anglers.
It was a great article that Mark Burford shared out on. I think it was the wintertime fishing one. Changing sometime. It's a lengthy read, but well worth it.
It was a good one. Florida.
Yeah. Florida Surf Anglers. Yeah. Maybe that's what it was. North Slayers. What's Blaine talking about? We're going to jump in. I'm going to start sharing some other things here. All right. So this is a question that was posed on Pensacola Fishing Fanatics, which I think is a great question. Mr. Sills here, Kobe Sills asked, just past the shark course, anyone have tips for someone who's never targeted shark before? That is a excellent question, and I'm glad they asked out here instead of just going and trying. But as many folks said in that forum or in that thread, go get yourself a guide and hire one of the guys here to take you out to learn shark fishing. Shark fishing is not like taking your rods and just going to the beach to try to catch whiting or pompano.
Yeah.
There is a lot of things that can, I mean, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. That tug of a shark pulling you out there, mano a mano, is like none other. But there's some things you need to know before you go out there. You got to make sure you have the right gear to be able to dehook it. You got to be able to make sure that you're not kayaking baits out on, a 10-foot, 8,000 rod. You're targeting the right size fish for the gear that you have. It's just, there's a lot of things that can go wrong if you're not prepared. And so the first thing I'd say is make sure you go out with one of the guides. Get with Gulf Coast Nation, get with Navarre Beach Shark Fishing. Any of those guys would be happy to take you out. And we're catching sharks right now. All the ones I'm catching are within between here on the Gulf Coast, or in between the first and second sandbars where I drop all my baits. I have a RC boat that goes out there, RC Fishing Surfer. And I take that out there and I drop my baits there, and that's all. I mean, that's plenty of plenty of shark that I want to deal with. And you're right, Mr. Burford just mentioned here, reviving the shark is the hardest part. Yeah, if you're not going to get out there with it, it's not just dehook it and shove it out there. You got to make sure, just like a redfish, when you're reviving a redfish or any of those other ones, you got to make sure that thing's ready to go. Because prime example, one of the sandbars that we caught this weekend started heading out, and it was it stayed like right in the trough next to the shore, and there was no way he was going to make it back out. So we had to chase it back down, get him back, pull him back out, get him turned the right way, and walk him out a little bit deeper to make sure it was headed out in the right direction. Because otherwise, those things, I mean, you may think he's good to go, but he'll end up getting out there, getting stuck, or washing back up on shore if he's not ready to go.
And the other side of that too is if you go out alone, if you're not prepared for this, are you really going to be able to get that shark off the hook on your own while maintaining your rod? There is a lot of things that go into working that piece. Not to mention, if you're bringing that shark up and you get a protected species, you have to get in the water. You have to keep the gill submerged. And the biggest thing I'll say to people, and this has been a big debate last year on Panhandle surf fishing, was about shark fishing. And hey, it's a good. What do you do about protected species? How can you identify? And it's go the smartest route. Anticipate that anything that you're bringing in on the shark side is going to be a protected species until you can identify it. But the biggest one being with that, the shark fishing course, all that is a minor itty bitty piece of information into that side of that game. Unless you go out with somebody, hey, I'll say it, you don't know what you're doing. I'm sorry, not sorry. I've been out with you. I've gone out with Gulf Coast Nation. And I will be the first to tell you, if I hook a shark on any of my gear, I'm praying that, I get it in as close as possible so that I don't hurt it and I can get them off safely. But I'm not going out there targeting them. Even though I've had the shark class. It was good for a little bit of info, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing out there with sharks. So please, if you're going to become a shark, all power to you. Let somebody take you out and teach you. Just get some knowledge. Don't be that guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Please. Well said. It, I guess, like I was saying to it, and you brought up a good point. Don't go out by yourself. There are folks that do it. And there's some things, if you are brand new at it, you want to go out with a group of folks. Because it takes a team to wrangle one in, to get the rods, make sure everything's done safely. And not only for the angler, but for the shark as well. Because that's the last thing that you want to do is go out there and unintentionally end up, killing a shark. It happens. But because you didn't know what you were doing out there. So we'll get off our soapbox on that one.
I mean, I can go for hours on this one just because it shouldn't be such a sensitive topic, but I mean, I guess I'm just gonna jump. I'm gonna beat the dead horse. I'm gonna go the E9 route for you.
Piggyback on that one.
Yeah. Oh God, I hate that. You know what? Just because I don't even want to go on that. I'm actually gonna do an episode on that here soon, just because of how I feel in reality.
Yeah.
I love FWC. I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, they suck." Oh, this cool. I'm glad you have your opinion that you don't like them. I do. But on that same one, there's a reason that they put these things out there for us. There's a reason that we have size limits. There's a reason for all of this stuff, and they can only teach you so much online.
Yeah.
And it just is what it is. You're not going to get all that stuff from a book. You're going to have to get it out there, and you're going to have to learn with people. So.
And the thing with shark species too is they all look the same.
They do.
They do. It is so. I mean, there are minute differences, and those that shark fish will jump on and be like, "Oh no, you can tell the difference." You can. Because you're an experienced shark angler and you've caught multiple species, and but the average guy just jumping in or gal jumping into it and goes out there and catches one. May not know the difference between a spinner and a black tip or an Atlantic sharp nose. And, there are certain slight differences, or a sandbar, or a dusky or whatever, especially this time of year that, the only ones that's really you're going to know are makos. And if you catch one of those, good on you. Cause
call me.
You put your time in. Yeah. Call me. I'd like to come down to the beach and see that.
I just want to see it. I don't care about, I just want to see it.
Yeah. But,
thanks, Chris. Appreciate you.
But yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of things to look out for. What else we got on the old scroll? Let's see here.
What you got on your scroll? I've got a couple of fun ones to bring up that I don't even
This
need to scroll, but fun ones to talk about. But yeah, oh yeah,
this guy, Santa Claus, out
yeah.
there fishing. Looks like Princess Beach, maybe.
I don't know how you identified that, but I mean, it looks nice out.
It's Princess.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
actually, it's before Princess. No, that might be Princess. Using some sand flea, got eaten out there. That's pretty good. And then heading on over to the beach. So I don't know if that's Tim or Tim just took the photos, but good on you bringing some Christmas cheer there
Yeah,
to the
man.
folks out on the beach. That's awesome.
Yeah.
This was a good topic. I enjoyed reading the comments and everything. And everybody had the same thing to say. Okay, so I'll admit I've been guilty of buying the killer bee shrimp and sand fleas sometimes because I've gone to the beach and there's a Tom Thumb convenience store right there on the corner there in Navarre. And I get halfway across the bridge and like, oh shit, I left my bait at home. I'm not turning back around to drive, even though it's only like 10 minutes away. But so I'll swing in there, grab whatever they have. If you want to catch catfish, this is the bait to use right
Yep.
here. This stuff stinks. It's horrible. It's just, it'll do in a pinch if you just want to go fishing. But go to the local, like this person here says, Mr. Breeden here. If you can't get to the Stackle store, get fresh shrimp from public seafood section or any other store for that matter. You don't want it old or processed. The Publix is where I get all my fish and shrimp from. I mean, I go there, get either a half pound or quarter pound of the Florida fresh, never frozen stuff, and you're good to go. That's all I
Hey,
use.
have you been to the Navarre seafood market and used any of theirs? I've been meaning to stop in there.
So I did this week. That's where I got my mullet from.
Oh, okay.
I was hoping to get in there. I got there right when they opened, and I was hoping to maybe get some heads or whatever carcasses they may have had from cleaning. But the owner, I want to say his name's Dave, cleaned the night before instead of cleaning that morning because he was taking his grandson to see Santa Claus out there at Bass Pro Shop. So I missed that. But yeah, I have. I guess long story. Yeah, I did this week, and it worked great.
Took us forever to get there, Mike. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. Long story. Don't ask me a question. You don't want a long story for
That's
the
why I
answer.
asked it now. You know what? I want to hear the story. Yeah, I got to go in there, man. I mean, I've heard good things, and then I've heard other things, but I want to go in.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is a shameless plug. This is one of our
Oh,
one of
that's
the
a good one.
sandbars we caught. It was a nice size. It was a fun fight.
That was a sandbar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Got him out there, got him safely released. This is the trough. So the first one kind of took off. This is the second one that we caught. The first one just kind of took off this way and meandered. We ended up catching him again, grabbed him and got him out a little deeper and got him out in the water. That one took right off and he darted like he was after something when he took off. But
Nice.
yeah, that was a good catch.
How you liking those waders? How they holding up?
I love them. Those are the Magellans. Actually, those aren't the high seas. Jack, my son, has the high seas that we got when Gulf Coast Nation was running their special with them.
Mhm.
And he loves them. I mean, they're great. No leaks, no. I mean, they're a great quality wader. And you can't beat the price.
Rob, what was the length on that sandbar? Rob just asked. Is that 6?
5.5 to 6, yeah.
Okay.
It was a little over 5.5, pushing 6. It was a great fight. Rob, I got some video coming that I'll put out soon and probably be a short on the one we caught with one of your rigs. Jack and I went out one night and caught a nice black nose out there on that. So I'll put that one out soon. Pin Battle 3 6000 pair with a Tsunami 13-foot rod. That's a great combo, I think. And the reason I highlighted this one is because of what Eric said down here. Big shout out to Golf Breeze Bait and Tackle for hooking me up. Got a great deal on excellent customer service. Golf Breeze Bait and Tackle rocks. Man, all of our local tackle shops, whether it's Golf Breeze Bait and Tackle, whether it's Half Hitch here in Navarre, they are always helpful when you go in there. And I think, was it your last podcast you brought that up? And in your story about getting out there.
Yeah.
But golf breeze bait and tackle, like every time I go in there, I'm like, hey, this is what I want to do. And I'll go in there and BS with them and talk about stuff. And they're always like, okay, this is the rod you need. Put it on here with this reel. This will be a nice combo. If you're going for anything larger or smaller, and they really talk to you and explain to you what it is and why it is they're pairing that up. So that's great. I love that our local tackle shops are that way.
Yeah, because that's what I was saying in the podcast too. Was, I mean, out of all the tackle shops, Go Freeze Bait Tackle, Half Hitch, Emerald Coast, even Outcast up in Pensacola, I just went to them.
Yeah.
Each time I've gone in there for something or any of those ones, I've never been taken to a point where they're like, "Oh, well, you need this." They've never tried to take me over the coals, and that to me says a ton. I don't think the mentality of what it used to be, when we were younger, the salesman approach of just, I got to make a ton of money on commission. I don't know if it's because the rules changed or whatever it may be, but
Right.
If I walk into a tackle shop and I start talking to them and I tell them what I need, 9 times out of 10, they're going to hook you up with exactly what they can because they want you to be successful.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Look at that spot. Look at that spot.
Yeah. This is a good nighttime redfish.
Nice catch, John.
Yeah. And then another one there. That's another nice, nice shark.
What do we got there? I don't know what it is. I can't even tell.
Off of that picture right there, I'm going to go another sandbar.
The dorsal looks a little short, though, for a sandbar.
Those short, but the pectorals are so long. The pec fins are longer.
See? Again.
Now, somebody else will probably jump on and say, nope, that's not what it is.
It's a black tip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what I'm looking. Another one is the Z line right here on the shark that helps identify. If I could see if it was a broader head or a pointer head, that might help. But with I'm going to say another sandbar. And if someone thinks differently, please post up. Let me know.
Anonymous, you call it this. It's good.
Yeah, there you go. What's this last one I got here? Oh, so I'm really anxious to see how this does. Our buddy Brad Wick out there in Pensacola ordered a Battle 7000 long cast, but you can only get it in the EU. So it came from Europe. A long cast 7000. I mean, it just looks sexy.
We've talked about this before, not during the show, but where we talked about getting our hands on some long casts, but we knew we had to get them from overseas.
Yep. Got the nice power knob. I mean, it's. I'm anxious to see how it holds up with the salt water. Over here, because I think what we got over here is way worse than what they got overseas there.
Yeah, that Britain.
Yeah. Yeah, take that, Britain. But that's going to be, I'll follow up with Brad, but I think that's going to be, there's got to be a reason why they don't market them here. And maybe, some of the other guys like over on the East Coast, Chip or Mark or one of them guys.
Mark, what are your thoughts on that? Because I know Mark's involved in that one for sure. I know he's in that market with his tackle shop. So Mark, if you're still on, by all means, throw us any comment you can about the differences there. All right, I'm not going to share screen here, but I will bring up a couple things. Oh no, I got to share screen. I have to because this post today got me just kind of like, you got to be kidding me. I was super butthurt. All right, let me in.
All right. Oh yeah.
This post right here, Joe Sharp, he posted this up in the surf cart group. Found this on the side of the road.
Yeah.
I mean, give me the lottery, son. Or that was the one right there.
That's a Fishing Mate Senior, man. I mean, that's the older style Senior.
Yeah.
A
little bit of work here. I mean, you see the rivets are pop, whatever. Get some new ones in there in the aluminum. You can make, this for free. You just found that on the side of the road. Oh, come on. Oh, making me mad. All right. Sorry. this is what I wanted to bring up. So, Florida Catch a Memory. If you guys
Oh, yeah.
haven't done this yet, this is such a cool program. Not only for kids, but also for us. I've submitted a couple fish to it just to see what it would happen.
Mhm.
Um, it's very easy to submit about, log in, and all that stuff, and submit your catches. They do raffles. It
Oh,
costs you nothing. All you got to do is get your stuff in there. Great for kids. Lots of information about other records. And then there was another one I pulled up here. So yeah, if you want to get really in there, really into the weeds. But Grand Slams, talking about if you want to submit, if you have one, go ahead and submit for it. These are all just pieces in here. It's really cool for that. Recognitions.
nice.
I think this is kind of an underutilized program, in my opinion. Oh, that's that class. And then Mark, I was going to message you. Oh yeah, there it is.
There he is.
Yeah.
That's one of the two, right?
Dinner. That was the one. That was the first one, and of course, it was the first catch on my on the dagger, the ninja
Nice.
dagger.
They in Virginia, growing up, they have, and they still do. They have what they call citations. So if you
Mm-hmm.
catch a certain size fish over a certain species fish over X weight, then you get a plaque from the state
Oh, cool.
with all the weights and everything on it. It's kind of like the catch a memory
Mm-hmm.
program that they do. Of course, there's minimums to submit and everything. And there's the only thing I like about the catch a memory is, and someone, if you're up in Virginia, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the I don't think they have an age limit or a kids division like they do, like the catch a memory program does
Mm.
down here, which I think is pretty cool. And they've added a couple different species, I think, too. So when you look those up, like you brought up, and you look the species up, it'll say adult or kid division, and then you can submit accordingly. But man, I think it's a great program, and you're right, it's underutilized. I forget about it all the time.
Yeah.
Because I mean, all you need is a valid Florida license when you're fishing, and then you can submit your catch, and it's great for charter captains and guides and things like that. That if your client catches something, that's just something a little bit extra. You take the time to submit it, and they get a little something in the mail coming
Yeah.
back, another good memory of their trip.
I'll have to look it back up, but I found a really good one last. I want to say it was this summer. There was an artist that was doing pictures of your fish. If you caught a monster, you could submit pictures of it with all size dimensions, and they were doing almost like a rubbing. They'd get you
Really,
art for it. I'll have to look that post. That was a really cool one. So I mean, if you
that
caught
would
like
be
a
pretty
trophy
good.
instead of
Yeah,
mounting the monster fish on your wall, like our
right.
grandparents did, it's like, oh, my 30-pound bass. A nice piece of art can sometimes go a little bit further and a little bit easier to get authorization from the CO.
Yeah, right.
So
It's art.
it's art. I'm being sophisticated. Love me.
Yeah. It yeah, I don't know. That would be pretty cool. But half the time when you catch, sometimes you catch a big fish like that, if it's over slot, things like, you're not thinking about registering that fish for a memory. You're thinking about, okay, revive the fish, get it back in the water, get it out there quick, because the last thing you want to do is have it float belly up and back on shore, because you're messing around doing all the pictures and everything else with it. Um so I think you're right. I think it's underutilized for that reason. I don't think there's not a lot of uh publicity for the program.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's, unless you know about it, you're not going to go out and do it. There's no advertising for it. There's no, hey, you know, catch a memory.
Yeah. I see
It's
it every
not.
now and again on Facebook pop up, but I mean that's just
Mhm.
you know how ads are. They just pop up when they pop up. We start talking about cat food all over
I
the
only,
world.
I only see it when I see other anglers post it. Like, hey, got my Florida memory,
Yeah.
my catch a memory package in. And it's usually a T-shirt, certificate, some stickers, koozie, towel, a whole bunch of other stuff. So
Yep.
it is pretty cool. It's a great program.
I'd love to be upset about stuff like that, but you know what? If it brings awareness, and that's kind of going back to the FWC conversation. Oh,
Hmm.
that's the other thing I wanted to share. That's what that is. Um, Back to what I was talking about earlier, and you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it and just ostracize myself. I
Hmm.
don't care. Um, with FWC coming down with all the limits and things like that, yeah, I get it. As the individual anglers, we're getting punished for the offshore drag nets, and yeah, it sucks. There's nothing you can really say about it other than it sucks.
Hmm.
But on the same one, hey, you know what? If we're going to be able to get the species to come back, like this year with flounder, I would love to have been mad, but why?
Yeah.
I'd rather be able to catch a flounder in the next couple of years than not to be able to. If it gets closed for a
Yeah.
little bit so it can revive, okay, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So,
I'm good with that.
I mean, if that makes me a bad person that I agree on that, okay, I accept your criticism, but at the same note, doesn't matter to me. I think it's smarter. I want to protect it. I want to get this chance again. I want to catch him. Grouper or not grouper? Red snapper.
Red
We
snapper.
This is the first year we got a double, right? We got a double allowance, I think it was, or 2 seasons or something like that, or they opened it earlier. The numbers were good.
Yeah.
Essentially is what I guess I'm getting.
Yeah. All the testing and from the commercial harvest and then the recreational reported. And a lot of that comes from guides and captains. So if you're a federal licensed captain, you have to go out and record all your catches.
Yeah.
That goes to a database as well. That goes, yeah, thanks, Chris. Longer season, but for those that are a federally permitted boat, they have to log all their catches. And so all those numbers coming in and stuff like that, that's where they're getting, the data plus, the recreational fishermen too.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff coming in. I'm looking forward to snapper season this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a couple months away, but I'm looking forward to being able to do snapper charters.
You have a super reason why, though. I'm looking forward to seeing you do it. But yeah, those pieces. I mean, the conservation piece. Yeah, call me a tree hugger. I think it's important.
Okay.
I really do. I'm not upset about it. It's just I'd rather have these things there. And as the angler that I am, that's just my happiness. It is what it is. By all means, get all the catfish though. Go ahead, get rid of it.
Well, 100 pounds of whiting, 100 pounds of catfish. If you're pulling that much in, you're you're doing something.
And hold on before I get really dragged across the coals here. When I mean commercial, I do mean the boats offshore. I don't mean you commercial anglers that are surf fishing, getting that. You're working your ass off to get that fish, and I totally get that. You're not out there depleting the friggin' ocean of a ton of fish.
Yeah.
No, get that. Let that one go. I'm talking about that boat stuff. This is the last one I wanted to share. I apologize for requesting one more share here.
We're good, man. Tab. I mean, I think we're done pretty good. We're up at 48 minutes, and it's just you and I BSing.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you all took the bait by now.
And we've kept a good audience doing it too. So this is awesome.
All right, let me in.
Rob, the boat's gonna make you the goat. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see here.
Screwing around on FWC's page. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. Mrs. Demo's coming in. Poor girl.
She's like, oh, I forgot you were still on.
So December 21st, only a couple days ago, but nice smoked fish recipe here. Smoked fish dip. I didn't realize FWC was dropping some fun stuff like this, but yeah, they've been dropping some little one in there. But hey, if you've ever wondered how to do one, by all means, here's a decent little recipe. And if you don't have a smoker, I love this little part right here. Easy ways to get around not having a smoker.
What did it say? I can't read it.
Don't have a smoker, it's okay. Quick internet search will produce numerous ways to stimulate the tantalizing taste and texture below is a basic recipe. So one of the things that I have found works is you can use the liquid smoke. Not bad. Be very careful. A little goes a very long way.
Right.
If you have a grill, you can get that tube. You can put the wood chips in it, which will smoke throughout your smoker. Really easy, cheater way to be able to do that. Nice way to do convection as well. So
nice.
And if you are really cool and you can do that, if you got one of those smokers for your whiskey, which I don't, but if you throw some oak chips in under the glass, there you go. There's another smoker for you.
I need to get one of those. That sounds pretty awesome. Yeah, I was looking to see what I did. I did a black drum recipe this month on my blog there.
Did you?
Because a lot of us, and it just talks about grilling it. I'm looking through. There's nothing fancy. Grill it or blacken it. But it's all about how to cook, how to clean. Black drum And if you're really interested in it, you can just go to my website, smittysurffishing.com, click on the blog, and the recipe is there. We usually try to include one every month. A lot of them I steal from Brian. I think I've sold your the ceviche one, your pompano ceviche.
Oh, did you get that?
I've used that one, and I've used the was it Thai bluefish?
Oh, the bluefish was so good.
Yeah,
that was such a tasty meal. That was for sure.
Yeah, those are the.
Molly wanted to come in and say hi to you.
Oh, Molly! What's up, Molly? She's gotten so big.
She's a giant, man. Funny though. Anytime, the couple times that it's been around this, she still recognizes your voice.
Yeah.
She's fun.
She's the best.
She is the best.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got some decent weather coming. Tomorrow is Christmas, which means a lot of you are hopefully going to accidentally find a 6 to 7 foot tube hiding behind the tree or in your stocking.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Nice little box. Hopefully you're able to get your hands on some other fun stuff from some of the locals. Rob Foster, one of them. We see Rob posting up a lot. He's got some really cool rigs. I know you use them. I use them. Salty, Santa.
Was it Santa McCrory?
Santa McCrory. He did some fun deliveries to some people. Salty's had some good stuff out there. And there's been a lot of cool things that have been going on. So hopefully you got some of that stuff. And by all means, please, you guys are following this. By all means, comment after tomorrow or tomorrow. Let us see what you got for Christmas. We'll bring it up. We've got one more show, before the end of the year. We're going to do this again. But I hope you all got some fun stuff, man. I don't know what I got for Christmas.
Me either. It'll all be a surprise in the morning, which is great. Well, Brian and I will be back next week, New Year's Eve. He and I will do the show, and then we'll come back on the 7th, 3rd, whatever it is, the first Friday there, and we'll have our captains back on. I think we got Captain Justin Thomas. We'll be doing our inshore. We'll have Captain Brandon Hilliard. I've got the hookup charters for our offshore, and then for our surf fishing report, we'll have Blake Hunter from Real 38.
Real 38.
Yeah, it's going to be on. So maybe we got him on there. Maybe he'll talk about his rods. I didn't think about that, but that's
going with this. I like where he's at.
Yeah, we'll get him on here and be like, so we saw the video. What you got there, buddy? Anything you want to share with us?
If you all haven't got a chance to see his current rods at Half Hitch, I believe Destin and Navarre, I don't know, and I think Panama City has them as well. Great rods, real interesting response. The couple times, the ones I played with in the shop there, couple of difference. Definitely going to hit some people in their very comfortable zone to get their hands on them.
Yeah, they're not bad. They're reasonably priced, so yeah, they're gonna be some good rods out there. I mean, they are good rods out there on the beach. So I think that's going to do it for us. We're pushing an hour now, so appreciate everybody tuning in. Share this out, put it on all those pages, so we can build that followership, that fan base coming up. Merry Christmas to everybody who tuned in. I hope Santa's good to you, and we'll catch y'all next week.
Merry Christmas, everybody. See ya.